So I was on my walk this morning with my dog. I have a Yorkie. His name is Gizmo. And I take him for daily walks. But this morning, when I took him for a walk, I instantly started thinking about making this recording for you. And I started talking to you as if you were right here with me. And it just is a message that I wanted to really share today. And that message is what I know about manifesting money, especially if you don't have any money. And I don't know how many people talk about this, and I know a lot of people talk about money, but because I talk to a lot of people, I have a lot of clients, I have a lot of followers, and I've been doing this work for many, many years. And I've worked with a lot of people or spoken to a lot of people who um, who are in really hard times. And I've been there a few times in my life. And I've learned from each one of those times. So I want to really get to what it truly takes to start allowing that flow of money, abundance to come in. And it's more than affirmations, although I talk about affirmations often. It's more than that. It's just, let me get into it. Okay. So, when people talk about what is the feeling, like what is the feeling you would have when you have money or if you have money? So, when you think about it's the common question, right? In manifesting, what would be the feeling when you already have the money? And you really have to dig into that, right? And a lot of times people just don't know because you don't know what you don't know, right? And sometimes when that question is asked, it has frustrated me many times of like, well, if I knew what it felt like, it's just so I'm going to tell you what it feels like, and I'm going to tell you that this is how to feel. So when you think about money, think about having enough money. So I don't want to think about like manifesting millions of dollars because I've had quite a few clients come to me that are near bankruptcy or near, very, very, very low in their finances, and they want to manifest millions of dollars. And it's a big stretch. It's just because if you basically have no money, let's just go with there, go there, no money. There, it's just the chance of you manifesting, bringing into your awareness, having it in your experience, for you to perceive it is really what it's about. For you to allow that, to allow millions of dollars into your experience, it just wouldn't happen. It really just doesn't happen. Now there's maybe some extreme cases that we've seen, but anyway, you have to get yourself into a feeling place of feeling better. Now, I don't want to lose you when I'm talking about feelings. Trust me, because I'm not a person who is all lovey dovey. So, when I'm talking about feelings, it really just listen, okay? Because it is truly important how you feel. And I know there's other people out there that say your feelings, blah, 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 don't matter. How you feel and how you think, right? How you think is basically how you feel. But that combination of thinking and feeling is how you are moving in the direction of whatever it is you're focused on. So let's just get to it. So what I really want you to focus on. So let's say you are struggling with money and you really need money. You need to pay your bills, you need to pay your rent. Like, you need your basics, right? If I'm talking to you, this is what I want you to do. So this is what I tell you I have my memberships, and when I'm talking, or my clients, when I talk to them about, say you're in dire straits, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do everything in your power to think positively. And when I say that, I mean every time you think about your situation, I want you to change your thoughts to that things are working out for you, that things are going to work out for you. Everything's working out for you. Because you are a powerful creator, and you may not know that yet, but one day you will know that. The more you do this work, the more you will find out. But trust me when I tell you, you are extremely powerful, and your thoughts are extremely powerful. So when you are able to be in a situation and still direct your thoughts, and I'm saying 95% of your thoughts at least. I'm not the 50-50 person. I'm not, there's people that say, well, at least 51% of it. No, I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that. I am all about having a extremely strict mental diet, and that's what has helped me really change circumstances around overnight. And I've done this a few times, of changing my circumstances overnight by getting extremely serious about my mental diet, about the thoughts that I'm having. So I've been into manifesting for many, many years, but I didn't truly get it that my thoughts were that powerful, that I was that powerful. Basically, first of all, that I was that powerful, and that my thoughts mattered. And this is why I created the Manifesting Zone membership, because I kept running into lots and lots of people that were in the same boat as I was. And I'm like, okay, you guys are not getting it, that your thoughts are extremely powerful. All of them. So every thought, so I want you to hear this. Every thought that you have has potential to manifest. Just potential. And depending on how often you think those thoughts and have those stories about things. So if you continue down the road of having certain thoughts, that is what is going to manifest. Okay? So, but here's the thing. What's so wonderful about this is that in every moment's a brand new moment, that you can turn your situation around right now by changing the direction of your thoughts. By changing the direction of your thoughts. So getting rid of the old story, stop thinking about it and stop talking about it. And I know that's difficult. I know it is. But I want you to change it into the direction of, no, everything's working out. At the very least, use that statement. Everything is working out. Everything's working out in my favor. That's really all you need to do, is say that. Think that. Every time that you have a negative thought about your situation, about money, you switch it around. Okay. So in addition to that, the other thing that I would say, so this is for my people who are in dire straits about money. Okay. So cut out the negative thoughts, even though you may be just having the thoughts of what you're seeing in your reality. It doesn't matter though, because it's going to change when you change. Your reality will change when you change your thoughts. Okay. So the other thing I want you to say is, whatever it is that you need, I want you to say certain statements. Say it's rent. Say you need to pay your rent. You would tell yourself, my rent is paid. My rent is paid. Everything's working out for me. My rent is paid. And if you need to say that 1,000 times today, you say it 1,000 times, because that is going to turn your situation around immediately. And I want you to know that you're very powerful, that when you do this, it will work. And no matter what is going on, it will shift into the reality that you want. But you are the one who drives this. You're the only one. So, do those things. Okay, so in addition to that, so this is the dire straight people, right? The dire straight, who really needs to pay bills right now, right? Like right now, things are hard and I don't know how to get out of it, all that stuff, right? Now, going forward, and for everyone else, this is how we turn or make more money, like start bringing in more money and just making more money, right? So this is an ongoing process of changing the way you think about money. So when you're at the grocery store, you're not going to think the thoughts of everything's so expensive, inflation, this, inflation, that. I don't know how anybody can afford this. I can't afford this. I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't have enough. All of that. I want you to stop doing it. All of that. I want you to stop saying those things. I want you to stop thinking those things, because just like in the first part, your thoughts are extremely powerful and it's creating your reality. So I want you to tell yourself that money is getting better for you. Tell yourself that it doesn't matter how much things cost, because you have plenty of money. You have to speak these things into existence, guys. You have to. You have to change in order for your reality to reflect it back. And if your story is that you never have enough money and that you're always broke and all of these things, right? That is what continues to reflect back to you. That continues to be your reality. Okay. So I want you to do all of these things with your thoughts. Okay. I want you to start thinking positive thoughts about money. You know, not being so worried about checking your bank account, telling yourself everything's working out, telling yourself that your bills are paid, telling yourself that money's coming in, telling yourself your business is getting better. Okay? I want you to tell yourself this daily. So the other piece that is really, really important, and where, since I've been focused so much on the thoughts, I'm moving into focusing a lot more on this next part, which is how you feel. Because this is what really brings things in. The allowing, receiving mode, right? So I want you to relax more. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Breathe. Have more fun. You don't need to have money to have fun, right? You can always find things to do or to think about without it costing any money. But it's really, really important to pay attention to how you're feeling, how your body feels, and to relax and to release this resistance that you have going on. Just generally resistance, right? General resistance of like things are really hard and having all kinds of things going on, right? And maybe there's a lot of areas that things are kind of a mess. But here's the thing. When you react to something, and that is through thought, through feeling, when you have that reaction, you create more of whatever it is that you're reacting to. So if you can actually just calm yourself down in a moment that you're reacting, like you have a trigger of some sort, and you react, especially physically. You have that feeling in your stomach, that fear. You have to breathe and relax yourself and remind yourself, okay, I need to not react to this, because whatever I react to, I get more of. So that's why a lot of people say when something good is happening, celebrate it, because that's a reaction. So if you have, and celebrate other people. So if somebody got a promotion at work, your friend got a promotion or someone got a promotion, you react to it in a positive way of like, yes, that's awesome. Because whatever you are focused on, you are bringing that into your reality. Like that's why it's so important to not watch the news, not watch certain shows on TV or movies on TV, because your awareness, your focus, your attention is so valuable that whatever you focus upon, you're introducing it into your reality. Just like your thoughts have potential to manifest, so does pretty much everything that you put in your awareness. Everything has potential. And it just depends on how much you react to it, how much you resonate with it, how much you think about it, you're creating that in your reality. So it's really important to pay attention to what you're paying attention to. So I want you to relax as much as you possibly can. Meditate daily. Meditate, breathe, listen to soothing music. When you start to feel your body react, soothe it. Soothe your body internally. You have to relax. So I was talking earlier about what does it feel like to have money? Like basically, so we're going to talk about what does it feel like to have all of basically your needs met. Let's start there. We're not going to go into the millions of dollars. We're not going to, because I don't know a single person who's ready to be a millionaire, honestly. Maybe me, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a single client that is ready to be a millionaire. I don't know anyone, because maybe that's hard to hear. Maybe it is. It's just that mental diet really needs to be in place. Now, okay, so we know that there's people who manifest millions of dollars who, you don't have to be perfect, right? You don't have to be perfect. But there's a lot of people who are wound up about this. They've got lots of beliefs. Your reality is created by your beliefs. What you think about a lot creates beliefs. So your reality is reflected back based upon your beliefs, and you can make anything true. So when I say that statement, it's really the people that I know and the clients that I work with, based upon listening to the stories I hear. You know what I mean? Like the beliefs that I hear, I don't hear it yet. Not necessarily. Maybe there's one or two. Maybe. But that feeling, what is the feeling of having your bills paid and having everything good and having money in your account? What is that feeling? Ease. It feels good, right? It feels like, what do they say it? What do they say? Freedom? Maybe larger amounts creates more freedom. But how do you feel when you don't have any money? When you have literally zero in your bank account and you have bills coming and your rent is right around the corner? What does that feel like? We pretty much know what that feels like. Stress, resistance, tensed, fear, don't know what to do, worried, right? Those are the feelings of not having money. So when you have money in your account, your bills are paid, you see the money flowing, your business is picking up, and it's flowing in consistently, that feels like, yes, life is good. So life is good. I feel free. What a relief. This feels amazing. Things like that, right? So, long story short, get your thoughts directed in the direction of where you want to be. Tell the story that you really want it to be and replicate those feelings, which means on purpose, get yourself feeling good. So, one of the things sometimes we talk about when we talk about money, sometimes we talk about if you need more money in the short term, you may have to get another job, depending on who you are and the circumstances, right? You may have to get a second job or a side gig or something like that. Now, this is probably an unpopular opinion. And if you really want to know my thoughts about this, I was thinking about this earlier. I think about this often. Majority of my clients and people who I work with are typically 35 to 75 years old. I'm 48, and so most people are in the 40s and 50s range. And so we have lived quite a bit of years, right? We have been adults for many, many years, and we have had a lot of hardships, many of us, right? A lot of us have gone through divorces and bankruptcies and foreclosures and all kinds of things, right? Life experiences. And so we have took on a lot of beliefs that don't serve us over our years of being alive. And so I know that there's a lot of teachers out there that say different things of just manifesting money. And if I'm being very transparent, they're quite young. And so I have this kind of theory. I it's my experience that we have many more years, most of us, of living a life before we knew how to manifest, right? A lot of us just came into this more recently. I mean, I've been into this since 2007, but really truly understanding this the last few years. So, I was in my 40s when I really discovered. So it's say 15 to 20 years more life experience as those who are extremely young teaching this. And so when I say stuff like getting another job to bring in more money, the reason why I say that is because I've had a lot of clients come to me and ask me about, well, what happens if the opposite is happening? So I'm affirming for these things because there's a lot of teachers that just talk about affirming, and they're affirming these bigger things, right? And the question always comes up of what happens, like, what does it mean when the opposite is happening and everybody else is just persist, all that stuff, and that's whatever. And they have all kinds of reasons why that happens. And I've been an Abraham Hicks follower for a few years, and I used to be basically strictly Abraham Hicks. I am circling back with Abraham a lot because now I really see how important their message is and how simple it is and how powerful it is and how true it is. So Abraham suggests a lot of times that if you need more money, the path of least resistance could be to get a second job or, to make more money, because it will reduce that resistance that you have. So when you're feeling resistant and you're affirming, that's when things could backfire. And Abraham has confirmed this. And I did have an experience more recently that this happened to me. I think it was the first time it had ever happened. And I had to look at it and figure out why that happened. And I believe I stretched my belief by affirming, and the opposite happened. So I kind of brought my affirming down to a level that was a little bit more, or a bit more believable. That's why if you go general with affirmations, they're extremely powerful. If you get very specific with your affirmations, make sure that you're feeling good when you're saying them. Because if you have a lot of resistance around a topic and you're affirming for that topic and there's lots of resistance, that's when it could backfire. And this is what I believe if some people are experiencing, the opposite. And when you start experiencing the opposite, life completely sucks for a while, right? And so when this happened to me, I had to reevaluate what I was teaching, because I'm like, this sucks. I don't want anybody to go through what I did. And I know people out there who are going through really hard times when they're affirming. And I don't want anybody to go through that. So what I highly suggest is go general for a lot of things, because your general affirmations will manifest extremely fast. And when you're feeling really good, affirm the bigger things. Affirm the things that you truly want. Affirm those. But if you're sad and crying and upset about things, affirm generally to get you out of that place. You know what I mean? Since I had about 25 years of suicidal thinking, major depression, which I don't have anymore, I can tell you that the reason why I'm so vigilant about my mental diet, about all of my thoughts, is because I lived that experience. Because I lived 25 years of major depression and having suicidal thoughts every single day of those 25 years. And because I don't feel that way anymore, and I feel really content and happy in my life, I never want to feel that way again, and I don't want my clients to either. So that's why I'm very cautious at times with this information, because what I don't want you to do is to affirm for these things that you have a lot of resistance for or with, and then your whole life falls apart, because then everybody says, well, your life falls apart before it comes back together. That is a belief system, guys. That is 100% a belief that a lot of people are teaching. Remember, everything is a belief. Every single thing is a belief. So go general for many things, especially to feel good. And when you feel good, and especially when money is starting to come in, no matter how much or how little it is, then affirm. Not affirm, but say, yes, see, money's coming in. When you see the evidence, when you start seeing the evidence, affirm it a lot. In that, like, you're reacting to it, right? So when I say I have millions of followers and then it speeds up, because I affirm for my page, right? I have millions of followers and my posts go viral. That's what happens to my page. I spoke it into existence. It started showing me evidence. And then what do? I react to it. Look, my posts are going viral. I, got 1,000 new followers in 24 hours, and it's awesome. I pay attention to it, and I talk about it, and I react to it. And guess what I get more of? The same stuff. I get more of the same. So that's what I want you to do. Affirm generally, affirm here and there for Your bills are, of course, your bills being paid, money's coming in. Do that daily. Watch your thoughts. Make sure they're all going in the direction that you want to be in. Feel good. Meditate, relax. If you need to lie down and relax your mind and your body, do that daily. Relax yourself, because the more relaxed you can be, that's the same feeling of how you would be when you have the money. Relaxed, feeling good, feeling abundant. Things are working out. And then when you start seeing it happen, when you start seeing the money come in, then you can talk all day about it. Be like, oh my gosh, see, the money's coming in. I made this much today and things are working out. And oh my gosh, my life. And I said an affirmation, extremely powerful affirmation a couple weeks ago. I should probably post it more often because it's so good. And it changed my life, and it changed one of my friends' life and one of my clients' lives. And that is, overnight, my life dramatically improved. Like, you are the creator of your reality. So whatever you say goes. Okay? So if you say that, yes, overnight, my life dramatically improved. Don't say changed dramatically, because that could go either way. But say, yes, overnight, my reality, my life dramatically improved. Today's a really good day. Everything's working out in my life. Everything's working out for me. Everybody loves me. Everybody adores me. This is self-concept stuff. So relax yourself. Play more. Have more fun. Don't think so much about the money. Don't think so much about it. So what I've been telling my clients is, like, when you're thinking about the subject, like, you're thinking the thoughts that you want to happen. Say you script it, say you talk about it or affirm it, and then you drop it. I don't want you to think about your things all day long. The reason why my business is so successful, other than all the things I already told you, the reason why things work out so well is because I go and live my life. I will write these posts and then I go do something else. I don't sit at, I do have moments that I sit at my computer for a long time, but what I do, since I work for myself and I'm home all the time, all my posts are inspired, every single one of them. None of them are scheduled. They're all in the moment. When I have a thought, I write it down and post it. And then I go and do something else. I go to the store, I do my dishes, I take the gizmo out for a walk. I watch, right now there's football on, so I'm going to watch that in a minute. I go and do something with my husband, I do these things, and then I come back. When I drop it, I just stop thinking about it and I go do something else. So when you do that, you're not putting any resistance towards it. So I do know a lot of business owners who will post and then they'll keep checking the post to see if anybody commented. They'll check their messages. They'll check this or that. And, they're waiting for somebody to show up. They're waiting for a client to show up. And so what I keep telling people is to drop it and go live your life. And guess what's going to happen? When you do things like that, you're going to eventually, for some reason, just open your app or open this, open Facebook or whatever it is, or your email, and you are going to happen to find an email or a payment notification or a message from somebody who wants to sign up to work with you. That's how I run my business. It's really me just stumbling across another message. Just happen to feel like opening my email for no reason, not looking for a client email or a payment notification, and there's another payment notification of someone that I don't know. Most of the people who sign up to work with me, I've never seen their name before. and they just pay me. And then I reach out to them. So that's what I do. I let go of all the resistance around my business, and guess what happened? My business took off. I let go of the resistance about money, and money took off. It didn't take off, it came back, or came in, right? The money came in. You have to allow it in by not focusing so much on it, because when you focus so much on something, you place a lot of resistance. Because when you already have the thing, you're not focused on it, are you? It's like I help a lot of clients manifest an SP, a specific person. And so I try to tell people often that when you already have the husband, you don't think so much about the husband. You do in the beginning. When you start a relationship, you're thinking about them all the time, right? But down the road, so if we're talking about the end result, like Neville Goddard talks about, the end result is marriage. And they're like, well, say a year into your marriage. Well, say you were dating for a year or two. So there's a couple years in. You've been married a year. Are you thinking about your husband all the time? Absolutely not. I've got other things to think about. I've got my husband. He's here. He's at work. He's somewhere. I don't think about him all that often. Like hopefully that doesn't sound bad, but you know what I mean? Like when you have the manifestation, you stop thinking about the manifestation. So because you already have it, there's no need. There's no like, how am I going to get this thing? Right? You already have it. So if you already have what it is that you want, how would you feel? You'd feel fine. You'd feel content. You'd feel like, yeah, I have it. No big deal. Honestly. Right? And so when, like, I know I'm getting into different topics, but when you're manifesting a person for a relationship, and this happens all the time with people when they get so hung up of wanting a text message and getting just so wrapped up about it. And it's like, you're not going to get it if you're going to be all wrapped up about it. And, or when you send a text message out and you don't get a response, and I'll be like, or they don't get a response for a couple hours. Like that is marriage. I'm sorry to say. My husband and I have an amazing relationship. Really, really good. Like we never argue. That would be so strange for me if we argued or had, like, because we get along, because we respect each other so much, because we can communicate, because we don't have to yell at each other, because we don't have to control each other either. You know what I mean? And so there's reasons, like it's because we get along and we're actually very similar people. And we're not judgmental, and we're all, we're a very good match. But I don't get upset if I message him, typically, unless I really need his attention to ask him, you know what I mean? But if I send him a message and it takes him 2 hours to get back to me, guess what? That's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Because I know that we're both busy. And sometimes, like a lot of times, he doesn't even know that he got a message, because that's just how he is. And that's fine. But, when people get wrapped up in the subject, it's like, you need to chill. You need to stop caring so much about getting that. You know what I mean? Because people are looking outside of themselves for everything. And it's like, well, no. You have to, stay stable here. You have to stabilize yourself and not think so much about that. Go, start a new hobby if you have so much time. Go do something else. Go live your life. And guess what? When you go and live your life, these manifestations will come right in. They do. The people come right in. The clients come in. The money comes in. Everything comes in when you can take your attention off of it, not care about it, and go do something else. Go have fun. Okay. That's enough for today, guys. I have gone on and on. I hope this was helpful. And if you want additional help from me, join one of my memberships. I have two. One is the Manifesting Zone, and the other one is the Powerful Creator Society. If you want information, feel free to message me. Or I believe you can find everything on the millionairemanifestor.com. There's links to everything. So, okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.